Should businesses feel a sense of responsibility for their people beyond just what happens during business hours?
I mean, I do, but that's the way that I personally do, which is not always the easiest, burden to take. I naturally do have a high empathetic level. I know you do as well. So when one of ours is hurting or struggling or, has any kind of challenges going on in their life, I feel that. I have to pray through knowing what's balanced and what's not. And some of that can be their own doing. And we've had guys, that have self-destructed that are no longer with us, that couldn't get out of their own way. And then there's others that are just in they're trying. They just don't know. They haven't been given the tools to know how to navigate life, personal finance, or addiction issues, or whatever that might be. So absolutely. I mean, I think of the scripture: to whom much is given, much is required, and we're here to steward and do the very best we can. I try to always maintain, and I know you do as well, we try to maintain where we don't shoot our wounded. If somebody's truly trying to better their lives and they just don't have the tools or resources and the know-how, then I want to show them how to do that. But then we've had other instances where somebody just is intent on self-destruction. And so we have to know, again, that balance. But yeah, I mean, to answer your question, yes, I love, helping build leaders in the community that take some of the things that we employ in the business and apply it to the outside world. How would you like to be treated? It's the golden rule. It's the Sermon on the Mount. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's the full, that's the true fulfillment of the law. Trying to employ that. And that is not easy, by the way. I'm not saying that is easy. There's plenty of times where I'm disrupted with my own selfishness and self-ambitions. But I think if you don't force it and if you lead by example, I've watched people come into our business that came from very different cultures and have changed into people that are like, I like what they're doing here. I like the way they treat me. I'm going to pay some of this forward. And you watch them, whether it's, the way that we eat or the way that we, pursue, some physical fitness and spiritual fitness. We don't coerce anybody into that. We just do. And then others say, tell me a little bit more about that.